ZEBEC and ADI. The super app has arrived, people. It's just the beginning. Is there more? Let's talk about it. Cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. Thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, guys? My green screen just does not like me here lately. Keeps falling down. But what is going on, guys? We're here. We're back. The super app is live, and I have some honest opinions about it, which I want to share with you guys. I'm anxious to hear yours as well. Let's see who we got in the house here. What's up, Kevin Garrett? Root Crew in the house. Shout out to the Patreon. What's up, Tony S? What's up, John316? What's up, Trini Life? And thank you, Kevin Garrett, for the DCENT Wallet post purchase. We do have decent wallets if you guys are looking for a cold storage wallet. Link is in the description there. What up, Romy Johnson? Let's go. So let's get to it here. Let me share my screen. A couple different things to kind of update you on today. And shout out to the Patreon, which Kevin Garrett is a member of. Less than a cup of coffee for the Patreon. And if you made it here, don't forget to like the video and hype the video. It means so much. Help spread the video around here. And in the Patreon, we just did another Symbolism Sunday here. The Phoenix, the Peacock, the Eagle, you're being priced out. This is some of the content you get in the Patreon, where we do and we talk about issues and things like symbolism. Definitely come check out the Patreon. Less than a cup of coffee for over there. And here it is, the super app. The wait is over. The ZEBEC super app is now available on iOS and Android. Access your ZEBEC cards, streaming payroll, send and receive payments, stake ZBCN, and manage assets across 10 supported chains, all in one app. Download it today on the App Store and Google Play. So I downloaded it, and every time I mirror my phone to the screen, you guys can't see it, so I haven't quite figured that out yet. But coming from a UX UI designer myself, I do that with my day job. I design UX and UI stuff using programming interface called QML. Okay. It is good. I like the super app. I like how they put it together. The screens are very user friendly. It navigates very, very well. There are no hiccups, like it doesn't pause or, everything looks like it should, right? So I'm very, very happy about that, because we were talking about it in the open mic night. Shout out to the Patreon again. We were talking about it on Saturday. I hadn't downloaded it at the moment because it had been available even over the weekend on iOS and Android. Some people like Brother 314, shout out to him. I had already leaked that it was on there, right? And it looked very, very good. And it looks very, very good. But in the Patreon, I think some people were saying like they expected more. I'm like, once I tried it, I'm like, what more do you want? I don't know what else people were expecting. This is the super app that connects to everything it needs to connect to. Like, looks great to me. Again, I'd love to know some of your opinions in the chat. And again, we'll get to all the questions if we can here. We're doing a little lunchtime show. Still got to get back to the day job, of course. But let me scroll down. Something I want to point out that our guy, ZBCN Lantern pointed out to me too. He didn't know I'd already seen it, but Near and ZEBEC. Near posted on here, Near plus ZEBEC with the handshake. And we've been talking about Near on here. We started talking about them at $1.17. It went up to like, I believe, 3. Let me see here. Before, yeah, it went up to 3 before there was some shenanigans. We'll just say that allegedly from Arthur Hayes, and it is now settled around the $1.91, $2 area, but definitely flagging to go higher. And as you know, Near protocol calls itself the settlement layer for agentic AI, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. Agentic AI is really positioning itself to be the next boom for the market, right? And we've been telling you that. I'm very proud to say we've been saying that before a lot of people here, all right? On my channel, I've been telling you guys agentic AI is the next wave. And sure enough, there's finally starting to get it out there. And we'll get into that more later. Now, since I couldn't show you the super app on the phone, I can show you a little bit of the super app. I don't know if you can see it's a little grayed out, right? Super app on the desktop. And I'm very proud about the way that the guys did the user experience. It looks very, very, very good. It handles very well for someone that, if you want enterprise and you want users to adopt this, it's going to be very, very it needs to be very, very user friendly. And it is. So I really like what ZEBEC has done there. They've spent time to put focus on this app and making sure it's user friendly. It's going to bode them very well once clarity is passed. Like, this is what people are going to use. And foreshadowing, again, if we go back to our Symbolism Sunday, we ended up talking about you're being priced out there. Again, definitely one of the perks that comes with the Patreon there. ZEBEC is going to be a part of that price out, all right? Because once this is available and fully operational for people in other countries, well, American employers are probably going to hire other employees from, different countries like Russia and India for a discount. All right. And that liquidity is going to flow through ZEBEC to these people with these phone apps so they can get streaming payroll through ZEBEC, right? So for us as investors, that's going to be great. But for this like nomadic job market, is going to be pretty detrimental, or pretty like nail in a coffin for the American workplace, right? So as American investors, you better be ready. You better be ready, because you might get priced out here, right? So let's continue here. Now, one of the things they kind of previewed for us, which John asked me to do a show on, and here we are. We're here today. We're doing a show on it, is global remittance. Now, this is not in the desktop app, but this is on the phone app, right? And you got some companies that they may be partnered with coming up here soon, like Telcoin, that do something like this. But this makes very much sense for ZEBEC. If you're getting streaming payroll and now you want to send to somebody, a family member, or like a loved one in a different country, this is going to be golden for you, right? We had a member in the Patreon that was like, hey, I tried to Western Union somebody. It cost me like $40 to send $10. I mean, like, can you imagine that in fees? But now you have a ZEBEC app. You have remittance available on it. You could just do this. You could just send via this. Okay, so it's going to be very awesome when they get this up and running, especially considering, like we showed you guys before, they are partnered with a company called ADI. And ADI is in an area of the world, the MENA area of the world, where remittance is something that people definitely do in that area of the world. Okay. So let me bring it up here and show you guys how they had a spaces with ADI. And we're going to talk about ADI a little bit here today as well. So let me bring that up for you. We're going to do that live here. Or maybe we won't be able to find it, which is fine. But here we are. So they had a spaces with ADI, Facet, who also works with ADI, and Aleo, okay? And these are areas of the world that heavily need remittances because there are people here in America that have family in the MENA region, okay? This is the Middle East, Asia, in those North Africa, those type of areas, Europe, like people have friends and loved ones over there and they want to send payments, and it will be best to send those payments via something like ZEBEC, right? So you don't run into what our Patreon member ran into, where it was going to cost him $45 just to send $10, right? So ADI, this is something we've been covering in the Patreon since $3, and it just continues to grow right now. One of the things I'm very, very high on, it's at $7. Oh, well, it just showed $7.07. Okay, it's at $6.97, around there. It keeps fluctuating, right? But this thing has been nothing but a rocket since the beginning of 2026. And I honestly think it's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow, despite the fact that only 12.5% are out. I looked it up. Their next unlock is not until, there you go, they say it here, in August 2026, August 9th, 2026. So I think this thing is just going to continue to grow. And let's bring up some stuff about ADI here. But first, let's continue on with Near. Near, and this is from Near Intense. They have their own page as well. The Near Intense payment scheme has been merged into Stripe and Tempo's machine payments protocol as a supported payment method. If you guys check out my show, I did a show covering machine payments protocol and how I've also did a show on Tempo and who they are. They're layer one, specifically built for stablecoin payments, okay, by Stripe, Visa, and a VC firm called Paradigm, okay, as a supported payment method. Agents can now settle payments in any asset on any supported chain via MPP. Now, the reason why this is important, MPP not only supports crypto payments, they also support swipe payments via Stripe and via Visa. So now with Near Intense, you can use a crypto payment or you can use a card payment. So this is very, very crucial, very, very important. And only 11K people seen this, it seems. But this is so huge for the growth of Near, for the growth of agentic AI, for the growth of Near Intense. Very huge. Users can pay from any supported chain with the assets they already hold, while merchants receive the exact asset they want on their preferred network. The Near Intense Solver network handles the cross-chain swap behind the scenes through one-click swap API. And as you saw earlier, we showed you where Near gave the handshake to ZEBEC right here, right? Very, very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Now, I'm going to give it up to Simon. We could almost call Simon kind of the prognosticator here, or the Simon Tradamus. I don't even know how we say that. Babakani Damas or something like that, right? Because he kind of already foreshadowed all of this stuff for us, including a consortium of different stablecoin companies, right? So let's go ahead and hear from Simon right here, right? And this is a podcast that I reference frequently, Simon Babakani on the Stablecoin podcast, right? Let's take a listen here.
Can acquire places, they can do things. They have a good distribution network. How do you think they're going to try and protect their moat?
Well, banks entering the space is actually a net positive for companies like ZEBEC for a variety of reasons. Number one, the more banks that now issue and transact with stablecoins means that we can tap an even larger number of corporates in the US.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first benefit. If you're using the community bank on Main Street and they're not offering stablecoin, well, it's a little bit more tricky for you to be doing stablecoin payroll with ZEBEC. So we're going to see more and more banks opt in, which opens us up to a much bigger share of the $11 trillion in annual US payroll volume. And then when you see bank-led consortiums like Zelle entering the stablecoin space, that is another net positive for ZEBEC, because now we'll be able to connect Zelle Pay to the ZEBEC SUPERAPP, meaning that through a simple Zelle push, you'll be able to load stablecoins directly into your ZEBEC app. That is the easiest, cleanest off-ramp that you could ever build.
So, two things that he said are very important. When you see more and more banks, and he said when, not if you. He said when, like it was a certainty. I'm just like to point that out. When you see more banks connect to stable coins, that's just going to help ZEBEC. That's just going to be better for ZEBEC. And when you see bank-led consortiums of stable coins like Zelle, right, it's just going to be more helpful for ZEBEC. So in with something like OpenUSD, which is a consortium of stablecoin users, right? 140 something companies. You know, some of the Korean companies kind of bowed out, was like, well, we don't know anything about this. We're not a part of this. Of course, maybe that's because they're going to use RLUSD and they're going to want their fees to go through RLUSD, but that's a completely different subject. But let's say 140 companies minus the Korean companies, right? But then we also have things here like Metallicus, right? Which I often reference them as kind of maybe a silent partner, or at least a silent collaborator with ZEBEC, in that the more banking institutions it onboards, the more it's helpful for ZEBEC. And you can see here they have stablecoin or at least banking operations member institutions here in North Carolina, Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Washington, Maryland, Washington, Texas, Ohio, British Columbia, Canada, Texas again, another Arizona one. Like, and this is why I'm so high on Metallicus, right? They've already onboarded all of these credit unions, and they just tell you can just load more, All right. So these fees are going to flow through these credit unions. These fees are going to flow through Metallicus and Metal blockchain. And therefore, also, this is more institutions that can use stable coins, more institutions that could possibly offer ZEBEC as stablecoin payroll, right? So very, very advantageous there, to say the least, right? So, and Simon had that podcast. I think this podcast is at least almost a year old now or more. It's at least a few months old. So obviously Simon is up on what's happening in the arena of cryptocurrency, because he said these things like they were a certainty, and lo and behold, they're happening, right? So now to connect that all into ADI, recent news from ADI chain, what do they say? Oh, they've joined the open standard. They've joined OUSD, right? Open infrastructure for digital money needs settlement rails for institutions. ADI Foundation is proud to join Open Standard in supporting OpenUSD alongside BlackRock, MasterCard, and 140 other industry leaders shaping the next generation of global payments. Now, you could have known this already because I told you, if you look at who's connected in this list here of people from Open Standard, the Dubai Islamic Bank, ADI Bank, is in that list, right? So had you been tuning into the show, you would have already known this, right? It was already in this clipping here from Open Standard, but they're just now formally announcing it. So kudos to ADI chain. Again, they're making BlackRock connections. They've made BlackRock connections in the past, where if you go to their ADI Foundation golden checkmark page, they have pinned December 18, 2025, that they had 3 MOUs from BlackRock, MasterCard, and Franklin Templeton. So again, big use case for this blockchain. And remember, they're ran by the royal family of Dubai. So they're probably going to get every major institution, every major government in that area is probably going to work with them, because they're like the central hub of that area. They're the Washington, D.C., or the kind of, if you will, Vatican of that area. So everybody in that area is going to work with these guys. And you can already see that with Facet. Facet's working with them, and Facet is more Facet is more Pakistani based. But guess what? Dubai and Pakistan, they're linked in a lot of the things that they practice. So guess what? They're going to work with ADI. Okay, they're going to work with ADI. So huge news there. ADI officially joining the open standard USD. Okay, now again, talking about tokenization in agentic AI, we had some big news come out from Robinhood and Robinhood chain. Crypto is coming to agentic trading. Let's listen to this notice from Robinhood.
Thank you, Vlad. Our AI journey is just starting. We are not stopping here. Last year, we announced a feature that everyone was excited about: multiple brokerage accounts, giving users the ability to create separate accounts for different use cases. And then just last month, we expanded support to crypto. Today, we are going one step further, and we're announcing the launch of agentic accounts for crypto trading. Now, why is this important? As I'm speaking, on the screens, you're seeing just an example of the pricing data, news, order book for Bitcoin that could happen over the course of just a few minutes. Institutional giants have the ability to use algorithms and rooms full of analysts to scan all of these data points 24/7. But the reality is, no single trader has the bandwidth to process this volume of data and have the same advantage. However, where humans drown, that's where agents thrive. With the launch of the Robinhood MCP and agentic accounts, your agent can act on patterns you would have otherwise missed. As you may know, we recently launched support for equities and options in the US. We've already seen over 70,000 agentic accounts opened in just the first few weeks. And today, I'm excited to share that soon we will introduce agentic trading for crypto as well.
Amazing.
So let's take a look at some of the things you can do once you set up your agentic account and selected your agent of choice. To start, let's have our agent build a watch list of stocks that specialize in crypto mining. As the agent is working, you can see your account update in real time as your watch list is created. Awesome. Okay, now let's ask it to invest $1,000 in that list. There you go. See, you can see your positions open and your real-time P&L all in your account. And now let's say I want to invest another $1,000 in that same list. I want to wait until these stocks drop 3 to 5%. Perfect. So our agent will be keeping an eye and reinvesting based on these parameters moving forward. What I love about this is you can work with an agent to create a strategy with specific guardrails and not need to be constantly monitoring your account. And if while you're out, your agent does identify an opportunity based on the strategies you've set up, you will receive a push notification alerting you of the action, ensuring you never miss a thing. This is another big step towards giving retail investors every advantage that institutions have enjoyed for decades. And it's available at no additional cost, with plans to bring it to the UK in the near future. And that's it for me. 1 presentation and 2 agents.
Incredible. Incredible. Johan. Amazing, isn't it? The capability of the admirals that we have in the new world.
You know, Vlad, it's not really fair. I think you are quite a little harder on my admirals than your own.
So there it is, right? Very, very awesome there. We've been telling you about agentic AI on this channel for quite a while now. And here it is, Robinhood, bringing it to crypto. Not only that, they're bringing a yield of sorts to stable coins. Let's hear about that as well. We're going to bring that up and you can listen to that. Now,
Robinhood Earn is launching at a 7% APY.
Good rate.
And
Good rate.
that's not all. The APY moves in step with the volume of loans, an approach we believe will result in a more predictable rate over time. Okay, now let's discuss the second problem with higher rates, safety. I definitely don't want to end up like Johan. So we searched the globe to find the best insurance we could, and we found exactly that. 2 insurers, 1 shared mission. We've partnered with the venerable Lloyds of London, who bring 3 centuries of strength, and Realm, whose expertise are built for the digital asset economy.
And Vlad, this will actually be one of the largest ever insurance program across the crypto industry.
Quite possibly, rumor has it, the largest, right?
Robinhood Earn is launching at a 7%.
so they're going to do this with the stable coin called USDG. As you can see, we can read this here. The insurer is covering losses on Robinhood Earn as the brokerage offers 7% APY on USDG. Deposits made directly from the main app. Funds sit in self-custody wallet with lending running on Morpho. The rate moves with loan demand, so it stays steady over time. So funny that USDC, does that sound familiar to you as a ZEBEC investor? Well, guess what? When Paxos came on and they did a Future of Money episode, they told us about USDG then, okay? And this was August 1st, 2025 with ZEBEC. Okay, and Paxos came on. They talked about USDG and how USDG might be getting adoption. And guess what? Here it is. Here's the adoption for USDG. It can run through ZEBEC as well. So maybe, possibly, Robinhood, if they want to link up with ZEBEC to do payroll and payment, well, guess what? They can do that if they want to. Now, the question you might have for yourself is, well, why would Robinhood want to link up with ZEBEC to do payroll? Maybe they might want to do it themselves. And my answer to you might be, yeah, maybe they might want to do it themselves. But I'll present this to you. Mr. Timothy Cook Draper, right? Who owns a share of Robinhood, also owns a share of Coinbase, right? And well, guess who also owns a piece of ZEBEC? Well, Coinbase does. So via Tim Draper, right, who owns a piece of Robinhood, he also owns a piece of Coinbase. So thereby you can say Tim Draper owns a piece of ZEBEC as well via Coinbase Ventures. All right, put that right back up for you. Draper, one of his most prominent investments include all of these, which include Robinhood and Coinbase. Coinbase is invested in ZEBEC. Perhaps Robinhood might decide to use them for payroll. You can already see they did have conversations with Paxos, who are the guys, at least it seems, the custody guys behind USDG, and it all comes together right there, right? So very, very interesting. If I say so myself with that, very, very interesting there. But also we have with tokenization the DTCC, which gave us the countdown. The countdown has begun. Tokenization, like Nadine Shakar told us, shout out to our guy Longview Compute. He has told us, about how this is connected to Canton. We've had conversations. My guys here on the Coin Vault. Shout out to Crypto Future. Shout out to Maximus Crypto. We've talked about this as well. So DTCC, Canton. Also, I know there's some discrepancy about if Stellar's involved, if Stellar's not involved. Yuval Rus, the CEO of Canton, said, look, we don't know when Stellar's going to hit. We don't know when they're involved, but I can tell you right now, being the CEO of my company, the Canton's involved. Okay, well, we have to take Yuval's word for that. But Danelle Dixon did go on, I think it was Paul Barron, and she did say, okay, DTCC is working with us. We just don't know when. Right? Possibly it can they can be working with Stellar too. But one of the things I just want to show you, and you don't have to be a chart god to understand what I'm about to show you right now. You can see here how Stellar is trending up, trending to a point. Looks like that point kind of happens in 28 or 29. I don't know. Who could say? Maybe it happens earlier. But looks to me, and remember, Stellar is a partner of ZEBEC, by the way, that when this thing pops off, it's going to pop off pretty hard, so to speak. And yeah. What do you mean by that, Blackrue? What do you mean by that? It's pop off pretty hard.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
But anyways, let's continue. Same goes for XRP. And God, wouldn't you want to be one? Wouldn't you want it to be one of the people who invest in XRP back here in 2014 for cents? It's crazy, bro, crazy. But look at that as well. An ascending chart, right? I know sometimes we get so bogged down with the macro and okay, what is Bitcoin going to do tomorrow? What is it going to do next month? What is it going to do? But you can see here the 4-year cycles here too. You don't have to be too much of a chart genius to just see every 4 years, 17, 21, 25, this has popped off. Now, again, are you going to try to be the one that's like, oh, well, then that means I have time. I can wait till, 2029 and then invest. I wouldn't necessarily try to be that guy. If it speeds up, if it happens next year, if it decides to go quicker than it has before, pause. If it decides to do that, then you're going to be left in the cold. If you're like, oh, I'll just wait till 2028 and then I'll put in the money, and that's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to advise you in what to do, but I'm telling you, for me personally, I'm going to get as much in while I can. And hey, it's low now, but you can see from these charts setting up to be very, very nice. ZEBEC broke out of its kind of wedge here, only to come back right here and kind of flag itself. So bottom line, for the three of these cryptocurrencies, I think we have a bright future ahead of us with these. I also think Canton has a bright future as well. We can bring up Canton, but there's not much chart history since it hasn't been around as long. But yeah, so there's not as much chart history. It's like not too much as you can take away from that. But other than the fact that it's been kind of crazy bullish, right? There's no lulls. There's really not a down period or point. But let's continue here. So yeah, tokenization is happening, and all of this is going to push ahead agentic AI for the future. And I really think all of the things that we're seeing right now, clarity is around the corner. I really don't think that we're going to have to wait till next year or wait until 2028. I think with things like the SUPERAPP getting ready and done for mobile, it's time for the next phase. It's time for the next phase of crypto. Things like agentic AI being pushed and put into place from Robinhood. And Robinhood they broke a record with agentic AI. I'm going to show you guys that. That's very important to see here. Maybe we don't listen to the whole clip, but they broke an agentic AI record. We set a Guinness World Record for the most items purchased by an AI agent in 3 minutes on a single credit card. So let's see a little bit of what Vlad has to say. I don't think we need to listen to all 6 minutes of it.
To thousands of US. So some of you who have been following Robinhood for a long time may know that I have a particular fascination with the Guinness Book of World Records. We were the first major brokerage to offer commission-free trading of stocks, options, and crypto. More recently, again, to my knowledge, we were the first to offer exposure to thousands of US stocks through tokenization, not to mention private stocks like OpenAI and SpaceX at the time. We were also the first to hold an outdoor earnings call, and that was very nice weather. And I have no doubt that there are...
And also, I'd like to say, just shout out to us in the Patreon. We've been in Robinhood stock since $34. It's now sitting at 112, I think, or somewhere around there. And I definitely think Robinhood stock, after Robinhood chain, is going to continue to grow over the next couple years and possibly even split positively for those who hold it. But shout out to us. Definitely join the Patreon if you're interested in things like that.
Are many other firsts, and there will be in the future, but I don't know for sure because Guinness wasn't there to certify them officially. So today, starting right now, that officially changes. I'd like to introduce you all to Pravin Patel, who is one of the official adjudicators. Come on up. For Guinness World Records. So Guinness is located in London, just a stone's throw away from here. So we had to invite Mr. Patel here in person.
Well, good evening. Absolutely delighted to be invited by Robinhood Markets to verify the record for the most purchases by an AI agent in 3 minutes by a single credit card.
So guys, just think about this. Like, I don't think we need to listen to the rest of this. With things like near intents and them saying and advertising that they're going to be the settlement layer for agentic AI. Most purchases in 3 minutes with one credit card. All these agentic AI agents that can be rolling around on the super app for ZEBEC, for Robinhood, for, you know, other companies, you know, purchasing Amazon things, Shopify things like that. Like, we've just seen the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, when it comes to agentic AI and agentic payments and how it's going to affect our economy. And we have the ability right now to be on the ground floor of these things, right? Imagine how much liquidity is going to go into these tokens when all of these things are fully online, fully operational, and working like clockwork. Right? And for you as an investor, I'd rather be an investor and take my chances here than with UBI. That's just me personally, right? With things like Robinhood stock, you know, other stock plays that we might be in the Patreon. Come on over to Patreon and find that out. Near, XLM, XRP, ZBCN, Canton, right? What a glorious time to be an investor right now. What a glorious time to be an investor. All right, let's go ahead and get into the chat. What's up, E? Finally, we here. Can't wait to explore it. What's up, Root Crew? Shout out to Kevin Garrett and E, Mr. Baby Ears, 2 members of the Root Crew. Shout out to the Patreon crew in the house. And definitely, guys, don't forget to smash those likes. Do I have a freaking overlay for that? I keep forgetting to put in that overlay. But definitely smash those likes. Indeed, indeed. I want you to slap those likes like Rick James slapped Charlie Murphy.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face?
What?
Slap!
Let's keep slapping those likes. All right. What's up, ZBCN? What's up, Trini for Life? What's up, John 316? What's up, Tony S? What's up, Romy Johnson? What up? What up? Super app is real. It is real. I can confirm. What's up, Dreamer? Another patron in the house. Hey, Rue. What's up, Hugo Loves Monica Long? What it do, Rue? My man.
My man.
What's up, Idaho 1 XRP? Let's go. Does DCENT connect to the ZEBEC app? I believe it does. I haven't tried it. I just use my Solana wallet because you need your Solana vault to use the ZEBEC app. So I'm not sure because I don't know if you have the ability to have a Solana vault on that. I'm not sure. That's a good question. Carlton, Way One, salute to Rue in the chat. If anybody knows that, please put it in the chat there. King Pound, what's up, brother? Brother Rue, what's up, brother? Shout out to you. Shout out to King Pound 1. We leaving with something.
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Indeed, we're leaving with something out here. What's up, Rise Above? What's good, Rue and crew? DCA fam, DCA, indeed. Anybody know about how to stake their ZEBEC on it, so I can move mine from Tangent? So for me, what I do is I have it in my Phantom wallet. They ask you to create a Solana vault. Once you create a Solana vault, you move your coins from your wallet into the vault. Okay. So I moved like, I think 1.5 million of my ZEBEC onto the wallet, staked it. I staked that. That's like the ZEBEC I'm probably never going to touch. I'm just going to always have staking rewards from it. Staked for a nice juicy 7%. I think it's giving me something like 57K or more coins that I'm staking there. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. But you'll know, of course, when you go ahead and stake on there. But yeah, you need to move your coins once you have it on there from your wallet to the Solana vault, and then you can stake. They expected the super app to have video games on it. Yeah, that's like, I'm like, what else do you expect? It's a clean interface. You can do everything that you want to do on there as far as the cards. It shows your streaming payments. It shows your staking. It shows you that remittances are possible and coming. What else does it show? I know for a while they had something with World Liberty Financial on there. I don't know if it's still on there or not. Yeah, it looks very clean to me and very user friendly, which is going to be very important for enterprises to use this, right? And that was one of the things, like the earlier super app was not as user friendly as this. It wasn't as clean as this. So whoever they had do this, top notch job, and that's coming from a UX UI designer, top notch job. And it's built in the iPhone style, or I'm on my iPhone, so this is built how normal iPhone apps work, where your buttons are at the bottom. So you got your main buttons, they're home, cards, stream, stake, remit. And from those 5 buttons, you can get to everything. Very easy, very cool. And then at the top, you have it where you can have your wallet, and you can connect to your wallet and your profile. This is very classic style of how apps like this function. Brilliant, like perfect to me, absolutely perfect to me. But I don't know, I don't know what the people in the Patreon, what they were expecting, bro. I don't know what else they wanted there. Almost to my goal of 15 million ZEBEC. Let's go, King Pound. You need some Solana in the app to stake. I could be wrong. Nope, you're right. You're right. Let's start that comment. You need some Solana in there to stake. What's up, Rolling with Toshi? ZEBEC. Let's go. A mobile app now, or just a desktop app? Both. So we got mobile app, Android app, iPhone app. So there it is. How's it going, Rue and Crew? What's up, Dave F. Jr.? What's up, that one guy? I had to send payment to the Philippines, to Thailand, to Cambodia. I have baby mamas all over the world. That one guy, hey, man, it's better to have them over there than to have them over in America. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? If that's how you are out here, I don't blame you out here. That one guy got his penis and his Thai women and his Cambodians out here prego. How dare you? How dare you impregnate those beautiful brown women?
How dare you?
How dare you? Let's continue on here. Duh, super app indeed. What's up, WF Capital Management? Our guy Crux of Crypto. What is up, Crux? Let's share the Coin Vault and Crux's stuff here right quick. Shout out to Crux. Let me see here. Doing it live. Shout out to Crux. I got to do a collab with that gentleman. at some point here soon. Okay, finally, Coin Vault. We're the first Coin Vault that comes up now. Let's go. So shout out to Max here for including my hands in this show. So if you want to see an AI mock-up of my hands, pause. Check out Canton Holder's new update. We got a Jasmine update, ZBCN, Canton. It's all over here, like a smorgasbord of beautiful, wonderful videos over here. And we have our brother Crux appearing on a few of them as well. And definitely come check out Crux's channel as well. Shout out to Crux of Crypto here. Did a recent show on ADA here. And Caspa quickly becoming a big name of Caspa over here. Our guy Crux is. So shout out to him over here. And we got him and Max here on ISO 200. ISO is live. Okay, definitely come check out that episode as well. Shout out to those brothers. Hope stocking up these bargain basement bucket prices, ISO tokens, Mr. Rue. What's up, Jay Bonkers? I definitely am. Stellar is a big part of my portfolio as well as XRP. Yeah, I think people are sleeping on these ISOs. I think they think they're like dino coins, and they're not realizing the institution of these things, the circle of trust, the company, them people, if you will, them people.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
To quote Kanye, I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that. Like the inner crowd, the Illuminati, if it were, right? And you know, not on a conspiracy tip, but they're definitely people who control the world. We definitely know that, and this is the direction they're heading, right? This is the direction they're heading. They have more control with stable coins, and ISO 20022, even in the name there, the 2 and the 2 and the 2, the 6, right, is the future. It is, hands down. Just forget about it. King Archer, what's going on? Or King Asher, excuse me. What up, though, Rue? What's up, brother? How you doing? King Asher, what's up, my fellow Bay Area neighbor? Okay, you guys are out in the Bay, and rolling with Toshi is a Z guy, like me and Max out here. Of course, I'm AZ by way of Detroit Motor City till I out here. Detroit versus everybody for sure, but we love the weather out here better. You know what I mean? All financial institutions will be implementing ISO in November. Okay, that's good to know. That's very good to know. Shout out to King Pound for that information. Let's give you the fries.
Soon I'll be on fries, then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager. And that's where the big bucks start rolling in.
Classic Coming to America clip there. And where is King Pound? King Pound, what is that Menace to Society clip that you want me to grab? I need to grab that today. Let me know if you're still here in the chat so I can write it down. Thumbs up and out of your butts and click the like. What the F? Yeah, definitely click the like, guys. And also hype the show. I can't remember if you can hype lives or not. But what's up, Magic Hat? What's up, Bro Rue and the Bombastic Rue crew? Glad we're here. I'm trading my crypto for gold in the future. You know, that might not be too bad, but I believe there's some Bible verse in which they say people will be running in the streets and gold and silver will be worth nothing, right? And, you know, I might be misquoting that, but it's interesting because I talked to my guy Brunswick. You know who you are. Shout out to Brunswick. Where we talk about crypto in that manner, where it's like maybe crypto one day eclipses gold and silver. Even though we think of gold and silver, these things are physical. You know, they're actually probably alchemical reasons for gold and silver to be worth something, right? But maybe not in our lifetime, but maybe in one day, right? Gold and silver will actually be like, who cares? And XRP, Bitcoin, Stellar are going to be the new gold and silver. Something interesting to think about. Guns and butter. and if you're puffy baby oil. If you're puffy baby oil. Shout out to you, King Pound. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button harder than Norway's Heartland fly kicks. Oh yeah, bro's tall too. Bro's big dude out here. I'm an ISO 20022 Baron, been buying since 2017. Nice. Casper and ZBCN are my retirement backup. What's up, you Wadude? Hey, good people. What's going on? D Curry. Thank God Rue has not met a woman called ZEBEC yet. Would never see another video of him again. Ruben loving ZEBEC since it got put on the Uphold exchange. Hey, yeah, man. I'm a free agent out here. I'm a free agent out here. The Tangent, why is good AI price prediction so pessimistic? Why is Google AI price prediction so pessimistic? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why it's so pessimistic to what's going on. The Tangent Wallet commercial is as long as I bet crypto prices drop hard soon as the Clarity Act is announced. You know, that might be possible. Everybody thinks there's going to be another leg down in Bitcoin. You know, I can't tell you. I really don't know at this point. Like, I go back and forth. Sometimes I feel like it's 100% in, like we're hit the lowest prices. And then I hear people saying like dumb, crazy prices, like 20K, 30K. I'm like, no. Because the cycles before it, usually Bitcoin hits the low of the previous cycle. And we've done that already. So if we were to go down to 40K, that would be absolutely abnormal. I know some people like Longview think we might get to 40K. Maybe it's possible. But here, to me, long term, long run, I think, again, gold and silver, meh. But Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, they may be the new gold and silver at some point. Maybe not in our lifetime, but I think so. Well, I see just like Jack Sparrow. You know what? I kid you not, Jay Bunkers. I said the exact same thing in my Patreon. I was like, why is this dude dressed like Johnny Depp out here, bro? SHX, let's go. Phantom Beat. I know some woman who could give that AI agent a run for his money purchasing with a credit card. Oh yeah, I know a woman like that too, and yep, not good for you, not good for you, not good at all. If you're trying to build in wealth there, we in here, fam. What's up, Thanos? Peter Morton. Wow, I've either staked for 6 months at 5% and do it twice, then 7% or even better. Yet just buy more and wait to stake. Yeah, staking is always tricky, man. It's always tricky. Sometimes people is just like, hey, I'd rather just have the freedom and fluidity of my money, and it's better than having it locked up. And I can understand that. You know, we talk about some of these strategies in the Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon. My guy BTM, we got to talk, man. I want to do some more collaborations for sure. What up, though, brother? how you been? I hope you've been doing well as well. I hope you had a nice 4th of July, brother. Peace, family. What's up, Kid Graybo? Long-time watcher in the house. What's up, Kid Graybo? They wanted some mute move. You guys are killing the people that weren't happy about the super app. I was very happy about it. I don't know what they expected more, though. I really don't know. They wanted mute. They wanted mute. Oh my God. I gotta spit it out, bro. I gotta spit it out.
Read script. Script reads me.
What the hell does that even mean?
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man.
You know what? I'm trying out here, Robert Downey Jr. I'm trying. They wanted some mood music. There we go. We got it. With a foot rub. You know what? That wouldn't be bad. With a nice Thai foot rub from a nice Thai woman out here. Since who was it? I think it was that one guy talking about the nice Thai women out here. Super app mobile is live. Let's go. Now I can stake like a man. AZ people don't have to shovel sunshine. Indeed. And that's the part I do not miss, man, especially when I owned the home up there, man, the shoveling and the cutting the grass. And it's like, if you got the one neighbor that's like, oh, your grass is just this much too high. What are you doing? Bro. Like, I do not miss that. Just waiting for them to screw us over one way or another. You know what? I think we're going to get them. The people just have to have the stomach to hold. And that's the thing that I think people don't have the stomach for. It's like, okay, are you ready to possibly hold out if you have to till 2030? I got the stomach too, because I know the rewards that are going to happen, right? And we talk about this in the Patreon, some of the ways that you can beat inflation and things like that. Definitely come on over to the Patreon. Mastiff Polar Bear, why don't you put out videos about XPR Proton? Please reply. I'm cooking up some Proton videos, and I did have some Metallicus content in this video as well, right? But as far as a Metallicus dedicated content, it's in the works. But we definitely do that over on the Coin Vault. So definitely check out over on the Coin Vault, where we will put out specifically Metallicus videos. If you come over here and take a look. So you see here Metallicus and H-bar. We got some other ones here. Metallicus XPR here. But I will start putting out more Metallicus videos just from my point of view. That is something that is missing on my channel. So I do definitely have to do that, Massive. So I appreciate you. And what do they say? The comments are in your content or something like that, or the comments are your content. So thank you for that, brother. I really appreciate it. So I'll start providing more of that in the future. Definitely get those likes up, guys, if you haven't already. Let's continue. What's up, Forever Foreign in the house? Rue Crew in the house. Another Rue Crew. Yeah, her name's Zebecca. She's a fine either let's say either Thai Thai or a Latina, or like a fine Ukrainian woman, Russian woman with the accent. I love all accents from women. They're beautiful. I think Fuse infrastructure is worth looking into. Been loading. I've heard about Fuse before as well. I have to take a further look into them. Been building since 2019. X402 MCP agent wallets and AI payment rails are already live. Awesome. Thai massages. The Rue Crew is wilding right now. Indeed. Thai massages. What do we mean by that? We know what we mean by that out here. Hey. Who's the master out here?
When I say
Who's the master? You say.
Indeed. Fun with the crew out here. And thank you for the $4.99 super chat. By the way, exit flip, first of the day. Oh yeah. Well, there's that too. There's that, Dreamer. Make sure they're actually women, right? If they're like 5'7", 5'8", and they're Thai, there may be a problem there. There may be a problem. Oh my God, you guys are wilding out here today. I love it. They'll throw gold and silver in the streets because it will be worthless to them. Something like that in the Bible, brother. That is exactly it. That's exactly it, Dave F. Jr. That's the quote. I can't remember which passage it is, but that was it. They will throw their gold and silver in the streets because it will be worthless to them. Now think about that as far as like digital identity. If you have to prove that you're human, right, to make a purchase or a payment, or you have to do it through digital identity, make a purchase or a payment, or it's all stable coins or it's all crypto, gold and silver at that point probably would be worthless to you, right? Just saying. What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show? Let's show Crypto Crossroads Show channel as well in the house. I love it when the creators are in the house here. Shout out to Crypto Crossroads. Let's bring him up here. And if you guys go to my channel and just mosey on down, you'll see all the creators I frequent. I need to add some to the list, of course, like Crux and different things like that. Underdog Crypto Channel, Shook Focus Digital, Maximus Crypto, The Mooniverse, Gentleman of Crypto, NYC Odd App, Simon Family Investments, Benzinga, One-on-One Media. Juan's back in the house too. I'm glad to see Juan making shows again. Crypto Future, The Ronin Experience, and the Crypto Crossroads Show. Let's see what Crypto Crossroads has going on here. Some of the best research around. This guy covering. Well, you got to come over his channel, see what he's covering. Some great stuff here on Weekend. Some great stuff here. I know he's had some great stuff on Kaya. I know he's had some great stuff on Lightlink, right? And here on Mochaverse, right? Definitely come over here and check out our brother Crypto Crossroads Show. Some of the best content around. And let's get our brother up to 1,000. He's very, very close now. 811. Let's go. Rue, I know you're familiar with Red Belly Network. I think you need to know that the CEO confirmed their dealings with Hedera. Now makes sense why Quant Gilbert Verdian highlighted Red Belly Network and HBAR in the same breath. Yes, I need to do some more coverage on Red Belly Network. Their CEO did he was gracious enough to follow me once I kind of clicked some things, some information that you shared to me about them, right? And the CEO decided to follow me. Shout out to him for doing that. But yeah, I definitely need to do some more coverage on Red Belly Network. They're getting a lot of their supply out there now. So now it's less of a worry that they will dump on you. So I need to start doing some more shows on them as well. Need more Metallicus. I invested backwards. I did loan XPR first. Yep. I'm in there as well. Drive Cane. Okay, that's the clip. Okay, let me take a picture of that. I'll have that clip downloaded this week for sure. So I need a few more clips for the show. I see that you guys enjoy the clips. I enjoy the clips too. Makes me laugh. And whenever I'm laughing, I'm loose, and it's a better show for sure. Thanks a lot for giving attention to the Metallicus ecosystem. What's your price prediction for XPR in 2030? Ooh, 2030. We got to believe it's over $1. I think they're going to follow kind of the way that some things follow where they get a lot of people on their network with zero fees. And once people are on there with zero fees, they'll say, you know, they'll release a little proposal, because you can go and present proposals to Metallicus, right? With your governance, they'll present a little proposal. Hey guys, what if we add fees and start buying back the token, right? I think that's what they're going to do, right? Let me go ahead and bring up some things here to show you guys. So they have their governance, right? Where you can go over here and present different proposals. What if once they have all the credit unions, or a good fair amount of number of credit unions on board, and everything's on as far as clarity and things like that, they say, hey, guys, I know we've been offering zero fees to you, but what if we actually take some fees and start buying back the token, you know, and you know, maybe a little bit goes back to Metallicus or whatever, and you know, we start empowering and buying back the token, so it brings more value to you. Who's going to turn that down? I know I'm not. So I think that's the end game, and that happens before 2030. And once they start doing that, the token's going to go crazy. All of their tokens, from XPR to loan to metal. Dante, I could have been a multimillionaires last year with Loan Protocol. Yep. When the price glitched to a cent in August for 1 second, and Metal Pay was down and I couldn't sell. Oh man. Damn. And I know a lot of people were in real tough with Loan, right? And there are different channels like that were talking about it. Phantom. Root check for Adam's apples and clavicles. Indeed, for sure. 100%. Indeed. You can never be sure with the yeah, for sure. Oh man. Kevin Garrett says salute to that. King, yikes. Thanks for the love, Rue. Anytime, brother. You know it's all love around here. I'm able to stop working when ZEBEC hits all-time highs. Yep, exactly. That's the goal for me too, brother. Not joking at all. That's a goal for me, right? I think it should be easy for them to hit all-time highs, and that's a really big marker for me as well. They call it Bangkok for a reason. Yo, I got to give you a clip for that one. Let's see what we got for that. Oh man.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yep. Bangkok. 100%. Make sure Dill doesn't have a pickle. You guys are killing it over here, bro. Yes, Red Belly Network and Chainlink partnership is cooking. What's up, Le Osara? Metal blockchain fixed supply is the real gem. Yep, don't sleep on Metal blockchain. And they make it kind of harder to stake that than they do everything else, because yeah, I might have to buy some of that today. If the price can glitch once, it can do it again. Question is, are you in? Do you have the stomach? Right? Do you have the stomach? Shout out CGA. Shout out Coach Greg Adams. Nosy Neighbor, what up, bro? Massive Polar Bear XRP Proton will be digital oil. Send it, mark it, star it. 100%. Oh, we went a little bit over here today. So Definitely catch me later, guys. We will be on with the Coin Vault on the Coin Vault live. Okay. We got a super chat, another super chat from Exit Flip here, which we will answer. But yeah, catch me with the Coin Vault tonight live at 6 o'clock. I might try to scoot in my own live before then, another live. You're gonna get multiple content today from me. Let's see. Do you think the ZEBEC Super App and global remittances could tap into $1 million market, or is the market overlooking it? No, the market isn't overlooking it, I believe, and they're going to have a moat in which, again, they have the connection with the stable coins, and I do eventually think everywhere will have to transact with stable coins. This is not even a question. It's inevitable. Everything is going to move to stable coins because it's easier, it's faster, it's cheaper fees. And the velocity of money moves a lot quicker with stable coins. It will be an absolute certainty. Now, will certain places decide to go with certain companies that might give them an advantage, like a Robinhood or whatever, like that? Maybe some of that happens, but we already see ZEBEC tightly in with World Liberty Financial, right? We definitely see them making inroads with ADI and the Arabian oil money, if you will, there, right? Definitely some large ties with Stellar and Deutsche Bank. So it's not like we're dealing with a company that has like no partners or they're trying to do ground root stuff. We're dealing with somebody that has partnerships with Ripple and Stellar. Their enterprise is already aboard. Big people like the president's World Liberty Financial, Deutsche Bank, Stellar, or like you name it, Canton, right? And oh, that reminds me of something I wanted to cover, and maybe I cover this in a future show in more depth. But somebody mentioned this, and shout out to them, that ZEBEC recently followed NTT Data. Let me see if I can find that quote, because somebody tagged me in it. In NTT Data, I believe they have a validator node with Canton. So it's quite possible we see a deepening of that Canton relationship here very, very soon. So that's going to be huge when that happens. But NTT Data, if ZEBEC recently followed them, let me see if I can find their recent follows. I'm glad you mentioned that and gave that super chat so we can get that in. But again, since it's at the end of the show here, I'm gonna do that in a future show by itself. But let's bring up ZEBEC and see if we can see that as a follow. So I tracked NTT Data down, and that NTT Data, I think they have also a validator node with Theta as well. So there's a lot of crossover there. Let's see here. Yep. There it is right there. NTT Data. And I'm pretty sure the NTT Data has a node with Canton, right? Let's see if we can find that really quickly before we take off here. We're doing it live here. I'm glad someone brought that up. NTT Data, Canton. So there it is, ZEBEC HQ, and yeah. So let me bookmark that right quick. I'm pretty sure they have a connection to Canton. Let's see if we can find it really quickly. It might be the way that I spelled it. Let me spell it all together. NTT data. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a connection to Canton, but I might have to do some deeper dive on that. Let me go to my Canton bookmarks. Again, we're doing it live here. NTT. Let's just do it that way. Okay, so NTT data connection to Quan platform. That's another crypto that I've discussed in the past. NTT Digital, which is also connected to Theta, and also is a sister company of NTT Data. So NTT Data and NTT Digital are sister companies. Okay, there it is. NTT Digital. But NTT Digital and NTT Data are sister companies. Okay, and another connection here with them in Japan, right? See, I knew I had these guys in my bookmarks. Also with Injective. Also with a star. So big connections with NTT Data and NTT Digital. They're sister companies. NTT, Japan's largest telecom. Okay, so NTT and Aleo. Bookmark that. Okay, so don't sleep on this NTT Digital follow. It's very, very, very important. Okay, let's not sleep on that. So I'm glad you brought that up. Exit Flip. We'll do some more research on that. In the beginning, we were kind of just doing it live there. Price prediction for ZBCN 2027. Let's say 10 cents. Like I think 10 cents would basically be 10 billion market cap, which should be dumb easy if Clarity is on and they're actually doing streaming payroll in the US. Right? Because I think there are companies, again, remember the whole NatPay partnership where NatPay is the only payroll provider in the US that's connected to FedNow. Like there are going to be US companies like crazy that are going to want this, right? Nurses and you know, what was another company we mentioned tonight besides nurses? Our job. Just nurses for sure would want this like crazy, but Uber, all of that, everybody would want this to pay their employees in real time. What about IXS? Yeah, I got to look at this project as well too. And shout out to our guy. Go check out our guy Crypto Crossroads show if you haven't already. I know he has some shows on them. He's a member of the Patreon too, as well. So here you go. Yeah, definitely check out our brother Crypto Crossroads show. He has a few different shows on IXS. I need to do some more on them myself, but he's a guy whose research I trust. So I have no problem telling you guys to go check out some of his videos at all. because I know this guy will give you straight research. He's not going to pump anything to you. He's just giving you the straight research, the straight facts. What's up, Marcus Garvey? Patreon member in the house. CC, ZBCN, XLM is the way, indeed. All right, so if you guys made it to the end there, definitely put into the chat Super App, because the Super App has arrived. It'll help spread the video around. And thank you guys so much for coming through on your lunchtime. I am out. Peace.